Hails and horns, everybody. Welcome back to the Abyss. I'm Matt Segala. I apologize that it has been a while since my last video, but I do have a little collection update for you. Some pickups from Morribund Cult, Vargeist Records, Blasphemas Records, and a completely unrelated used album from nostalgia years from Half Price Bookstore. But I'm going to quit running my trap, and let's dive in and see if there's anything cool here for you. Alright, so first up we have a cassette, and I've had this for a little while. I've just been waiting on some more material to come in to actually show it off. If you've seen my channel for a while, you're definitely going to know this band, you're going to know this label. It's a very underground DIY, DIY label. I mean, they do the artwork by hand, they color it and all this stuff, shade it, whatever they got to do, print it, glue it together, staple, whatever they got to do to get it done. And I really like that, man. It's just a really good raw black metal label out of Kentucky. First thing, a little thank you note from the band and the label, and kind of a flyer of what's available right now through Blasphemas. And it's just so much sick shit, man. Brood in Black, Christ Rape, Sarco, that was awesome. And so much more. And that leads us into this cassette. And this is the first 2020 drop from Brood in Black. DCLXVI. So, of course, that's Roman numerals for 666. Very cool. Again, this is all like hand drawn, and then they just mass print, glue, whatever they got to do to get it done. See, there's the cassette, all white on one side, and of course the hand artwork on the other. Quick look at the J card. Brood in Black right now is a one-man project. He's had a couple members here and there, but for the most part, it's just Count Corneth there. Really cool dude. Who, of course, runs this band, and he also runs Blasphemas Records. And this is just very visceral, primal, raw black metal. I think before this, I have pretty much everything he's done. Blasphemas was probably my favorite release until this came out. And I think this personally blows it out of the water for me. Definitely go check this out. I will link up the Bandcamp page or the Facebook page, whatever I can get my hands on quick enough. And go check it out for yourself, because this stuff could sell out any second, and it's definitely some raw shit you got to get your hands on if you're a collector, or at least just give it a listen on Bandcamp and see if it's something you're into. But highly recommended Brood in Black, and really anything on the Blasphemas Records discography. But without further ado, let's keep on going here and see what else we got. Alright, so here's a couple things that I bought from Vargeist Records. This first one here, it's labeled as Blackened Thrash, and I would definitely agree with that. Man, the guitar is very thrashy, very tight. The drummer is fucking insane. I mean, it's just, he's all over the place. Great fills. Very good rhythms that dude's putting out. Very good tight guitars as well. Got that kind of almost old school thrashy tone, but it's Blackened Thrash. So there's a lot of dissonant chords and, black metal influences there, but definitely more towards the thrash, at least in my opinion, but with just the right amount of black metal to, catch your attention. Vocally, kind of a mix, like a Blackened Death almost vocal. And that is the 2020 release. I'll get straight to it. Accept Your Fate from Beyond Death. Super sick shit, man. Just brutal black thrash with more of a low end Black Death vocal style. Really sick shit, man. I don't even know if this is like fully released yet. I'm not quite sure. I think he sent these out a little early, which is awesome, because I've been dying to listen to this. I had the 2 tracks on Bandcamp that I pre-ordered, but I've been dying to get my hands on this. It's the follow-up to last year's Age of Darkness album, which blew me away. So as soon as I saw that this was announced, I pre-ordered it like immediately. Super good stuff. Again, that's Beyond Death, off of Vargeist Records, 2020. Accept Your Fate. Again, just a good solid blend of a little bit of black metal, a little bit of death metal, but just some sick ass fucking thrash, man. Definitely check these guys out. Yeah, again, that was Beyond Death, Accept Your Fate, 2020 release from Vargeist Records, but let's keep going. Alright, so another big reason for this order, another 2020 Vargeist Records release. This is the solo project of the guy that owns and operates Vargeist, and this is VOLUS with Festering Anti-Cosmic Wound. Artwork might be a little hard to make out on this dark ass camera, I apologize, but it is some sick artwork though. And this is just some very very kind of rawish, very brutal. Not quite going into like the brutal death metal realm. It's very much a black metal, extremely dissonant. There's like some grind elements. There's a lot of noise elements in this too. It's just freaking ferocious, man. Definitely check VOLUS out. This is, I believe, the third release he's done with VOLUS. I think, well, there was the first demo and then a split, and then this is the first, I think, full length. So really, really cool stuff, man. Again, if you like black metal, raw, just aggressive, visceral, with like some noise elements, some grindy elements, definitely check this out. And Justin VOLUS, the man behind this solo project, he's extremely talented. I mean, you'll find his work on, he did the vocals for Putrefying Cadaverment, Morgue Walker, Maggot Crown, Flesh Configuration, the list goes on, where he does like vocals and bass and all those projects. All of them are top notch. Definitely check it out. Again, that's VOLUS 2020 black metal release with Festering Anti-Cosmic Wound. I don't know why I cannot remember that now album name, but really cool shit. Everything will be linked up below, so definitely check it out. We're going to move on to the three things I got from Morribund Records and my off-topic kind of fun half-price bookstore CD. But yeah, let's keep going. All right, so before we dive into the other three, we'll get the Elephant in the Room album, I guess, out of the way. I'm sure I'm going to catch shit for this. Didn't even take the fucking price tag off of it yet. I saw this, and it was an album that I listened to so much back in the day, and it was part of the ones that got stolen. A big, huge case of mine got stolen a while back, and I just had to pick up another copy, and that's Sinner from Drowning Pool. It's the only album from Drowning Pool I've gotten into, and there's just some classic jams in here. And Everybody Knows Bodies, that was overplayed, but it's still good. Sinner's killer track. I love Tearing Away. I love the kind of slow wah effect in that one. Sermon's awesome. All Over Me, all just great. I had to pick it up just for nostalgia. I already spun it and kind of went back a few years, but at any rate, we will talk about the next one. I ordered a couple albums from Morribund Records, and this first one here is a freebie, and that is Waxen with Agios Holocaustin. If you're unfamiliar with Waxen, it's a black metal band from here in the States, out of Wyoming, I do believe. And it's a solo project from a pretty well-known, heavy metal. He's been in some black metal bands, things like that. I had an issue with my camera. Anyway, like I was saying, dude's name is Toby Knapp. He's been in some good, like, old school heavy metal bands, some like Black Death bands, things like that. And this is kind of his solo project. If you really want to check out some of his guitar talent, I would go check out, I believe the band was Onward. Really good kind of heavy speed thrashy band. Really, really good stuff, kind of some power metal elements, but dude's a really, really good guitar player, and he just kind of went a different direction here. Very second wavy vocals, the drums, they're good. But the guitars, you can kind of hear a lot of that, power metal, heavy metal influence. I mean, the dude's like, he can shred. He's got some sick solo work on here. So it's definitely worth checking out. Check out Waxen. This is actually the second time I've gotten one of their discs free from Morribund, who I know with orders, so I'm kind of geeked to give that a good listen. But I'll quit rambling. We'll check out these last two. All right, moving along to the two records from Morribund that I ordered. This one is one of those bands, again, that people either seem to love them or absolutely freaking hate them or never heard of them. So I will butcher this. I do every time. But I believe it's pronounced HAERESIARCHS of Dis, or D. I'm not sure how you say that, but as always, we'll put it there. Yeah, really, really good black metal in my opinion. Got a lot of old school vibes. There's some new school vibes in there. There's raw elements, there's dissonant elements. That's just really good. And I think what turns a lot of people off to this band, though, is the vocals. I have not listened to this one yet. I bought it just because I like this band. This is the third album from them that I have purchased. But on the other two, there was a lot of that shrieky, shrilly, I'm going to compare it, that's what you do. Think that, the high-pitched shrieks, from early Danny Filth. You kind of hear a lot of that on some of these albums. Not sure if that's the case on this one, but I had to buy it. It's a 2019 release from them. Again, that is HAERESIARCHS of Dis. The album is ADUMBRATUS. And this is a solo project. Dude's in California, I do believe. Really talented musician. But again, I think it's the vocals that kind of turn people off. I personally love them. But yeah, definitely go down and click on the link and check it out for yourself. See if it's something you're into. I think I got that one on sale. I'm not quite sure, but let's keep this thing going. Got one more to show you, and we'll wrap this up. All right, and down to the final one here, again from Morribund Records. This is another 2020 release from a band that, again, if you followed me for a while, you would have seen me show a few times now. I think I have 2 other CDs, and I've showed a few of their vinyls that I've gotten, and I believe those vinyls were on back-to-back top 5s in my last 2 album of the year list. So a band that I really, really enjoy. They're just freaking out in the middle of left field, man. They are just insane. And that is The Projectionist in their newest release. And congratulations to the band. They just got signed for this release to Morribund Records. So I'm super stoked that their hard work is paying off. But yeah, this is The Stench of Amalthea from The Projectionist. Won't say the artist, but I think it's pretty clear who drew that one for people that know. And The Projectionist, man, kind of in vein with, what we got on the Night Hag albums. Just crazy, just ridiculously off the wall, very brutal, visceral, black metal. Not much going on there. With like opera elements, it's like their albums, at least especially in the Night Hag series, it's like listening to a play. Like it's freaking insane. But yeah, there's so many different sounds, different vocals from different members of the band. Everybody kind of contributes. Amazing musicianship. I mean, they have become one of my favorite bands. I love just kind of the blood smear. Here's a good shot of everybody here. Really cool stuff. Again, if you're looking for something that's just different, from what everybody else is doing, definitely go check out The Projectionist. Highly recommend this one, and I can't stress enough how much I recommend Visits from the Night Hag 1 and 2 that came out just before this. And I saw they just announced an EP coming in September that's supposed to be kind of pulled away from the Night Hag style and just straight up black metal, so I'm definitely going to be picking that up. But yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit different that is definitely evil as fuck, check out The Projectionist. And again, this is The Stench of Amalthea, 2020 off Morribund Cult Records. Yeah, can't say enough good things about that or the band. Their entire discography is just fucking insane. But that's it for now, guys. Go ahead and check out everybody in the description below. Hopefully one of these guys will reach out and kind of grab a hold of you the way they did me. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hails and horns. We'll see you soon.